I designed a sticker mod based on the Philippine Parol. And since this puzzle is part of the Puzzle Advent Calendar, I really wanted to be in a holiday mood. But this puzzle was one of the most difficult ones I've ever sticker modded. You have no idea. Yet. But let's backtrack a bit. If this is the first time you're hearing about the Puzzle Advent Calendar, it's a yearly collaboration between some of the best puzzle creators and YouTubers, featuring 24 original and unique puzzles and daily videos across many different channels. Check out the playlist linked in the description below to see all of the previous videos, and don't forget to subscribe to the next YouTuber in the series. That's ND Puzzles, and if you haven't seen their creations yet, you're in for a ride. If you'd like to participate in next year's Puzzle Advent Calendar, fill out the 2024 interest form that's also linked in the description. So last year, I joined this project with a sticker mod of the 1x2x3 Christmas tree, and I had so much fun with that puzzle. So of course, I decided to join again this year. And I thought, well, I already made something for a Christmas tree, so what's another Christmassy puzzle? And I chose this 3x3 star, which seemed like a great idea for a list of reasons. 1, it's already unstickered, so no effort needed there. 2, it's already using just one color throughout the puzzle, so no need to build a force puzzle. And lastly, I like that it has a lot of interesting surfaces that I can add stickers to. As usual, I start with designing the stickers on my computer. Here's where the first challenge comes in though. This puzzle requires a lot of measurements and planning. And instead of measuring the actual puzzle, I got this image online and decided to use it to measure my stickers. I wasn't really satisfied with this design because there were lots of inconsistencies in it. The parts that were supposed to be symmetrical were definitely off, and that was my first clue that I should really rethink this. So I started over and began with the inner shapes instead of the lines, especially since I just really wanted to sticker the inner areas anyway, because I still wanted to leave some of the bare yellow surfaces exposed. From there, I still used a photo as a reference, but I made sure that everything is adjusted to create symmetry. I was pretty confident with the end result, but I wanted to make sure that it worked with the puzzle. So I printed this out in grayscale first just to measure it against the actual item. And it worked. So now, the fun part, coloring in this design. I asked DALL-E to create this image just because I wanted a vector I could use to figure out a good color scheme that would work on a star. This doesn't really show what I wanted to do with the main design though, which is to create something that represents a Philippine Parol. If you haven't heard of one yet, the Parol is a traditional Filipino Christmas lantern that's typically star-shaped, reflecting its symbolic reference to the Christmas star. And usually they're illuminated from within by a light source, such as a candle or electric bulb. They are a significant cultural symbol in the Philippines, and I grew up seeing different versions of these lanterns every year during the holidays. Now, of course, I won't be putting a light source from within the puzzle, and the design is still going to be more in the geometric side, but I hope I captured some of that Filipino Christmas spirit in here. As usual, the next step is to have this design printed. But as soon as I saw the first tips of the stars I printed, I already knew a redesign was needed. There just wasn't enough contrast in the colors in the original design, so the second darkest color in the palette ended up being too similar to the borders of the shapes. So to fix this, I got this red and gold Christmas color palette to recolor everything and then just printed another sheet. I also wanted to sticker the sides of the puzzles, and this time I decided to actually measure the puzzle. To do this, I placed masking tape around the puzzle and marked where the stickers should start and end. Then I measured the gaps between my marks and made adjustments so that similar pieces get the same measurements. Then it was back to Figma again for a quick design of these stripy sides. Now, this is where this story takes a bit of a turn, and I hope you can forgive me for the blurry parts of the video because this was pretty hard to film. So, I didn't really anticipate how hard it would be to cut and attach these stickers. Some of the sections were so narrow or so tiny that it was difficult to even just angle my hand to get a good cut. Attaching the smaller stickers properly meant moving them around a lot until they were where I wanted them to be, which is not really ideal because this messes up the adhesive, but there also isn't a good way of placing them properly the first time. This part of the process took way longer than I expected, considering that I was only stickering 2 sides instead of the usual 6. So imagine my relief when I got to the sides of this puzzle where everything was easy to cut and attach. So here's our finished puzzle. I'm proud of this one because once the stickers are all there, the cuts actually look pretty cool. I think the color scheme works too, so overall, I think this is a really nice mod. I also scrambled this with the intention of solving it after, but one of the centers fell out, and it was at this point that I decided that I was already too tired from cutting all those stickers to deal with the parity that will probably arise from that fallen center that I had no idea how to orient. I do like the scrambled state though, because the stickers give the puzzle some accents here and there that I think make it more aesthetically pleasing. Should I make more sticker mods for non-regular shapes? Based on this one, I'm not really sure yet if I want to, but let me know in the comments what you think. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to ND Puzzles so that you can check out the next video in the series as soon as it's up. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next one.